video yesterday night, but the connection was really glitchy. There was a lot of traffic, so I wasn't able to make a video. So, what do I want to say in this video to you all? Well, basically, I hope you all are doing well. We are in the thick of another retrograde towards the end of 2022. Um, right now, you all, I'm a little lost for words. I just want to say to open up this video with, I just want to thank you all for your steadfast support and honestly, just kind of like, let me get my thing first. 1 second. I want to thank you all for your support in general. You know, just before the pandemic, during, in the thick of it right now, like in general, I just want to say before I get into the message of this video that I am so appreciative of all of you understanding where I'm at right now and allowing me the space to really get all the energies together and try to figure out what's next. What else I could do with my second channel and other ideas and projects, as well as this main channel that I built up over, a couple of years. I just want to say, you all, that, I think we all know that I haven't really been, like on my regular schedule when it comes to uploading on YouTube. Now it's just more so like a freestyle and when I can be on here. I'm not saying it's going to be like this forever. I hope not, but because I've been getting my own life together and I'm busy like in real life, real time, all the time, grappling with the energies just like you all. I just want to put it out here real quick that I wish things were different, but life, in the real world right now is really, really something else. Uh, we're seeing a lot of tragedy. We're seeing a lot of crazy price spikes and just craziness, at home, abroad. I think like the whole world is basically on fire. And yeah, so the only reason why I've not done certain types of videos and certain type of content, on a regular basis is because I am not only exhausted in real life and just overwhelmed by what I'm, just the way the world is in general. It's like even if you're not watching the news, even if you're not on social media, there's like always something else, you know what I'm saying? I know you guys get what I'm saying, but I just felt like including that in this video because, it's not like I don't want to be doing certain things and, building up social media platforms, but I just think that there's a time and a place for everything. And I have to honor the season I'm in. I have to honor, what my intuition is saying. There's a lot of changes, not only in my real life, but like there's so many changes, you all, that I've made, that I've been making behind the scenes, because what is coming up next in this world for 2023 and beyond is something that I don't think that people have ever seen before. When I made some prediction videos that had a little bit of astrology in it, back from 2019, 2018, and a 2018 recap, I've done a lot of, when I was really like just on fire and times were totally different. I made a lot of prediction videos, and the turnout was really high actually for those videos. I never expected it to, but it was just, I think, a season where things were just different. My schedule was different, the world was different. We didn't have all this madness going on. Like it was just a totally different time. And this morning I was kind of thinking back to my other prediction videos, and I'm like, bro, all the things I saw, all the world issues I saw, all the predictions I made, I could have never thought that it would have, been this bad. It's one thing to see it, it's one thing to feel it, and then, slowly but surely you see these things coming in and happening, and, one ball drops and the other ball drops, and you're like, oh, whoa, like this is, pretty bad. But then the extent with the wars and just different political interferences and just the outright ridiculousness that citizens are having to go through just to survive, seeing it in real time on a way bigger scale is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking for me. I know it's heartbreaking for other people out here who have helped people, who, especially with YouTube, people base a channel off of helping people, which is what I've always done. And so it's a big responsibility, you all. It's a lot of weight on everyone's shoulders, at least everyone who cares. I don't know. Some people, nowadays, you don't know if they're doing it for money, clicks, and views, genuinely helping people. You kind of just have to differentiate, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least when I watch certain YouTube channels, I have to differentiate, like, does this person really care? Are they really gifted? Or is it just like a gimmick? You know what I'm saying? And so from where I stand with my channel, it's never been a gimmick. And you all know that. I come on here real and raw with information. And that takes a lot of energy. You know what I'm saying? There's no copycatting over here where you're just copying and paste information. Like real intuitives, real people who do this, like, how it is. It's all you. It's all you. You know what I'm saying? So for years I was doing that just on pure passion, pure fire. And then to see how everything is going in the world and how that's affecting our schedules, it's affecting all of us, really, is heartbreaking, and then the tragic news doesn't stop. The constant threats of what we're not going to have due to shortages and climate change and weird weather and everything else out there is strange. I don't think that I've ever lived in a time stranger than this. So on that note, I just want to say thank you all for understanding where I've been at. I understand where you all are at, and I just want to say thank you for understanding where I've been at, because I have needed the time in real life to take care of real life business. You feel what I'm saying? Real bills, real responsibilities, real goals. I have needed every second, every minute to get my life together, because if my life's not together and these hard times we're living in and this crazy, I don't even know what to say. It's like the worst timeline ever, really. But for the most part, but you know, it's weird because yes, I could just come on here and do a bunch of different videos, but then it's like I can't just abandon all my responsibilities. I can't just forget real life. I've never done YouTube as a full-time job or nothing like that. I've never seen YouTube like that. If it happens, it happens. But when I made my channel, that was never even on my mind, really. Full-time, part-time, never even came into my mind at all. Never. It was just, I want to talk about a video. I want to do a certain video. I'm going to upload it. That's it. No timetable, no schedule, no real, like, there's no agenda. It's just like a passion. It's just something that it just feels natural and right to me. So I did want to say that in this video that, I didn't, you know, obviously I knew that from when the pandemic kicked off and, spread to Europe and spread to America, obviously at the time, we all knew that it was going to be bad, but I don't think that we all realized how severely bad and how it would affect other things in all of our lives. And that's what's so sad about it, is a disease, a virus takes its own course. There is no trajectory endpoint. You see what I'm saying? When it comes to a pandemic, there is no start and end date. And that's what's so mind boggling about it. And so, even though I did those prediction videos, I covered it, I talked about it before it even came, all these different things. And I'm like, okay, so the world is getting worse. Like, how can I explain this in a deeper way without getting emotional? It's like, okay, so this has happened, that's happening. Okay, now we have all these really hard transits. We have all these retrogrades, all of this eclipse. We have back to back hard energy, hard energy. Like, and I don't see an end in sight, you all. I don't see when it's gonna just like go back to normal, you know? So strength, I want to say this, personal strength is of the utmost importance, physically, mentally, spiritually. This is not the time for silly games. You know, unfortunately, for a lot of people, they want to do a lot of things, especially us young people who, Gen Z, millennial, all that. I'm millennial. You want to start your adult life right. You want to get your priorities together, and you're starting it in a world, in a time that is nearly impossible. And I think that for a lot of people, they're struggling. I think majority of people are struggling, even if they're manifestors and visualizers and positive thinkers. You can't tell me that everybody in a different way is not feeling all the effects of everything that is happening and still happening and continuing to happen the past couple of years. And let's talk about 2022, this year, okay? Just this year specifically has been a lot, has been really heavy, has been really hard. So this message is not only for you all, but this is a signal of strength that I'm telling you all that it's okay to be tired. It's okay to take a step back for your own well being. Like I said, responsibilities. I have responsibilities. So, for those that don't know, when I was always on YouTube, not even other links and websites I was doing, I'm just talking about YouTube in general, this YouTube channel. I we're living in a whole different time. I was in a whole different like situation. You feel what I'm saying? And now it's like, okay, I have to work so hard and I have to do so much, to maintain my real life, my real life. And so, you know, I don't expect people to compare people, but it's human nature. If you watch different channels, if you watch different types of videos, I think it's human nature for people to want to see what's happening, and what I will say is like everybody has their own path, everybody has their own goals, their own vision for what they want in their own life. And as a creator, in general, like you have to focus on your own path. So, in a roundabout way, I'm basically trying to tell y'all, like, okay, if, anybody is comparing or anybody is like, even comparing like now to like maybe 2017 or 2018 or whatever I got going on, just understand that like real life responsibilities have to come first. to people that upload all the time and do different things here and there, data, like that is their full-time job. I want people to understand, like, if a YouTuber is on here every single day, okay, and they have a website most likely, or they offer a service or a product or a package or whatever, that is their job, okay? YouTube was never a job for me. I want to make that very clear. YouTube was never a job for me. It was a passion project. When I launched my YouTube channel, it was out of pure passion. It was because I felt the urge. I felt the just like the magnetic draw, you know, to buy a bunch of decks and show what I got and enjoy myself. You know, there was a time on YouTube where I did have more fun. You know, I think it was more fun. YouTube has changed a lot, though, a lot. With their guidelines and everything, they've made it kind of hard for people to really just talk freely. There's a lot of like cookie cutter kind of you know, stipulations and all that. But like, yeah, so I just want to put that out here. Like, I don't expect people to know everything by first glance. I'm not going to spell it out on my, you know, on my header. I'm not going to put it in all caps everywhere. But yeah, like YouTube was never a job for me. You know what I'm saying? People that are privileged enough to do that, it's because they got in when it was early. You know, I kind of did as well, but not as early as other people. And everybody has their own life. Everybody has their own set of bills. So I'm not going to go investigate, you see what I'm saying? Nor do I care to compare myself that way. I'm just telling y'all, as loyal subscribers and people who have supported me for so long and have enjoyed my content, that this is the deal, you know? Like, this was never a job for me. This was just something I just enjoy to do. When I upload, I upload. So now that, you know, the world is getting worse and it's like everything is getting harder, I'm like, I am genuinely, you all, trying to figure out, how can this work? How can this work with, I mean, I have so many ideas. I have so many goals for not just this channel, but other channels and other websites and other stores and other books and other projects. I have so much that's like in my mind, just locked in my mind, that I want to do. But the time, the energy, the resources, the connections, the setup, the this, the that, that takes time. And, you know, I'm quite frankly, I'm so sick of living in a world where, like I said before, my other video, you know, you hit one milestone, you hit one goalpost, and it moves again. You know, that's how it feels for me. It's like you reach one goal and then it moves even farther. You know, you want to do this one thing and it becomes even harder, like, because of the world we're living in. The times we're living in are very hard. So I don't want you all to compare me to anybody. Let's just put that out here. I don't want to feel compared to anybody out here. There's no other Simone on this planet. There's nobody else like me on this planet. And whoever stays, stays. Whoever goes, goes. I could care less. I'm not going to feel extra pressure to do the impossible when I got bills. I got real bills. So I can't just abandon all common sense because I want to build up social media. Right now, social media is incredibly toxic. I'll put that out there. You know, right now, these social media platforms have lost their mind. Even just today, Elon bought Twitter and he's talking about charging people for Twitter and all types of crazy stuff. So we're not living in a cushy, soft, cute, comfy time. We're living in a time that is extremely volatile, extremely turbulent, and every day is something different. Every day the stock market's different. Every single day is something else. So I just wanted to get that off my chest, like, as it stands, November 2nd or 3rd of 2022. Okay, I just want to put that out here before I get into the message. This is a message, one of the messages, but you know, I just want to put that out here. Like, I do appreciate you all, and I am kind of baffled at how things have just kind of turned for the worse in the world. I really don't know, you know, I don't think it's going to get better for a long time. You know, I'll just say that, you know, I think that we are just kind of just we're all surviving. We're all trying to thrive. We're all trying to still do so many things and this and that. But I just got tired. I just got tired of putting so much pressure on myself. Nothing necessarily to do with YouTube, just life in general. I have just gotten tired of like wanting so much out of life, having so many ideas, and then not being able to do it for one reason or the other, not being able to just have things go back to normal. Nothing is normal anymore. Nothing is the same anymore. And in between things have happened, you all know, and I've had to bounce back very quickly. I've had to just like survive. And quite frankly, I think it's a miracle that I'm even still here. We've lost a lot of people. A lot of people are still sick. A lot of people are still experiencing symptoms. A lot of people are being taken out of here. So being alive is a gift right now. It's a hard gift, it's a weird gift, but being alive right now is like a gift because people are dropping like flies. So, yeah, I wasn't expecting to bring that up, but I just wanted to put that out here for people who are used to me, doing other stuff. Like, I don't have time. I didn't have time for that, and I'm hoping that at some point I will. Um, but things have to change. Naturally with the times, things have to change, and you have to do things differently to survive, basically. So that's how it's been, and I don't know. I thought that I think we were all hoping by the end of 2020, things were going to be done, wrapped up in a pretty bow. And we're now almost into 2023, and it's even worse. So go figure. And my schedule has been ridiculous. My sleep schedule has been ridiculous. I'm trying to stay off the energy drinks. I'm trying not to have caffeine. And just this morning, I woke up and I'm like, I'm dreading it. I'm dreading it, you all. I'm like, am I gonna have to go back to drinking caffeine just to like cope? Like, I can't. Like, I'm trying to be very clean. I'm trying to keep my body together, like in the healthiest way. I've not really had constant caffeine or energy drinks in years because I saw what it did to my body, and it's just not healthy for you. They've now proven that those things cause a lot of heart attacks and strokes and all types of crazy stuff. So those energy drinks are not good. I know people chug it like crazy because they don't care about their health, but like I've seen it with my own eyes, but I'm not that kind of person. Like I want to be balanced in my approach. So if I'm going to take anything to enhance myself, it has to be natural for the most part, or if not 80% close to natural. So even if I did have coffee, it can't be no extra espresso shot. It can't be nothing hardcore like that. Or for me, it just doesn't feel right in my body anymore. So I've been trying to figure it out. I miss you all. I miss how things used to be. It's depressing. Yeah, it is very depressing the way that everything's been in the world. But, I don't let it get to me for the most part. I just try to like ignore it and meditate and pray and go take a walk in nature. And when I have time to talk with you all on here, I come on here and talk to you all. But I'm just as pissed as you are. I'm just as pissed as all of you are. I'm just as fed up as all of you are, if not more. Because it's like a wrecking ball. It's like what's around the corner, nobody knows. It's like, certain things are going to come, but it's like when, and like even what was it, like a couple weeks ago, there was supposed to be a Hurricane Ian touched down in my state, and luckily it didn't hit directly where I was. We did get a lot of debris and fallen trees and all that, but we didn't have it half as bad as other cities. And you guys saw that on the news. Thousands of people died, cars underwater. I mean, what if that was me, you all? What if I was uploading every day? What if I was, whatever, and I wake up, my car's underwater? Then what? Like reality. And so that's how life has been. Like you're trying to fit everything in your schedule, and then you realize, you know what? You got to put yourself first. And that's a message to all of you. It's like, you got to put yourself first, you know? You got to work a job, you got to still pay your bills, you know, do what you got to do, but like, don't overburden yourself. Don't overpromise, you know? Don't make promises you can't keep. So, I've not made any promises to y'all. The only promise I am working on is my second channel and figuring out what I can do for you all with my busy schedule. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm thinking about pretty much every day, but I don't want to just jump and start something unless I can feel like I have like a momentum and a regular schedule. So I'm not going to just initiate something brand new and then I can't, you know, upkeep it. So that's why I haven't. That's why I haven't in so long. So, yeah, you know, so the heart of this video is the message of it's okay to be tired. That's the heart of this video. Is it's okay to be fed up. It's okay to be ridiculously angry or sad or disappointed or whatever other emotion you feel, you know. Um, Especially for twins, especially for star seeds, especially for light workers, especially for people who are like earth angels, you know, people who have these gifts and they want to share it with the world and they want to help, and like myself, and you want to do all these things. And right now you're getting resistance. You know, right now a lot of people are going through their own personal problems, their own personal challenges. And I think that not just with my channel, but like everybody across the board, we have to respect that people need their time. There's a couple, you know, YouTubers I personally watched I've not seen in 2 years. 2 years. I've checked out certain people's channels. They've not uploaded a video in 2 years. I've uploaded tons of videos. May not be the same kind of content with a limited time that I have, but like I ain't never been away for no damn year, let alone 2 years. And there's some people that like I follow that I really like that have been away for a year, 2 years. So it just goes to show like people have been knocked off their saddle. People are like struggling. People are going through their own thing. And like what we have to do is like give them space and time to like get their life together, you know. And I'm willing to do whatever to get my life together. I don't know about y'all, but like I got to take care of real life. You see what I'm saying? And I got to do what I got to do at this point, like in real life, because, you know, things are getting worse and, in the world, I mean, and, it's all about the mental strength. You know, it's really all about your mentality. And so that's why I'm saying it comes to like your body detoxing, what you're putting in your body. Like you can't be like now is not the time to just be doing whatever to do whatever. You see what I'm saying? Like now is the time to like really get intentional about what you put in your body, what you're eating, what you're drinking, what you're listening to, how many hours of sleep you're getting. Like it may sound very mundane, it may sound very simple, but then when you actually apply it and do it in your life, it's not simple. You'll see that it's not as easy as it sounds, you know? Like how many people go back to their same vicious cycles because they're out of control, because they don't have control over their time, they don't have control over their mental health and everything else, and their relationships, and their, you know, they're spiraling. So I just want to thank God that, you know, I'm not spiraling. I'm pretty rock solid right now. I want to be even stronger for you all. I want to be even stronger for myself. I want to be even mentally stronger. I'm definitely not the level of mental strength that I want to be at. I think I'm strong now, but I gotta be like 20 times stronger, because what's coming up ahead, we don't have time to be weak. You know, we have time to rest, we have time to be tired and to rejuvenate. But I'm saying mentally, we don't have time to be weak in our mind. Our body may give out on us, you know, our energy levels may not be there. We may not be, you know, having it all together. But like the one thing that people have to have, especially if you're spiritual and you're aware of what's happening in the world and the collective energy and everything else, you've got to be mentally strong. You know, if you're tired, rest. If you're feeling depleted, you're feeling like the world's on your shoulders, rest. You know, whatever works for you. But I don't think that we tell each other enough that it's okay to be sad. It's okay to be tired. It's okay, you know, to go through challenges. It's okay to not be happy with the way the world is. It's okay to not, you know, to feel disappointed if something didn't work out the way you wanted it to for whatever reason. Like, it's okay, you know, and I want to say that to not only all of you, but to myself. I've had to give myself a lot of grace this year and to not be as hard on myself. And I've talked about it on other videos. And I'm talking about it here again. But yeah, like, I've just had to really stop being so hard on myself and realize, like, if I could, I would. You know, if I could click my fingers and everything is perfect and back to the way it was, I would, but it's not. And just all across the board, I've had to like accept that, okay, we're just going through a rough time, you know, as a collective in the world, just people in general, we're going through a lot. And trying to beef up yourself and try to rewind the tape and go back in time and then use what's back in time to now, and then you see that it doesn't work, it doesn't match up, you know, is foolery, you know? There's a time and a place for everything. There's a season for everything. And a part of real intelligence and wisdom is identifying what season you're in and identifying what type of pressure and power and focus needs to be applied at certain seasons in your life. And so in my life, I'm on a totally different timetable of responsibility than I was 2 years ago, even a year ago. You see what I'm saying? And I know a lot of you are as well. So, you know, the best I can do is come on here and tell you all in the short time I have, but it's a 30-minute video, so ain't too short, is it? But the best I could do right here, right now, is tell you all that it's okay. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be pissed off. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to even feel depressed. It's okay because you didn't ask for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we did not ask for this. You know, especially people that are like, you know, they claim to be star seeds and all this and twin flames and all that. Like, y'all feel it heavier than anybody. You know what I'm saying? And you feel that shift and you know that there's a lot of work to be done. And then you have to think and say, okay, well, what can I do? And then you realize that the mission, that the work is harder than you thought. And you're like, uh-oh, okay. So that's how it feels for me. That's how it feels for a lot of people. And, you know, a lot of people are sad right now. A lot of people are sad right now. A lot of people are depressed right now. A lot of people are frustrated with a lot of things. And the best thing I could do, I feel in my heart to tell you all, is like, it's okay. It's okay to sit with it. It's okay to feel it. You know, let it rise up, let it come up to the surface, feel it, and then breathe it out, let it go. You know, bring it up, let it go. Because if you don't, you'll get mentally ill. If you don't, your health will decline. If you don't, you're going to be dropping the ball on real life responsibilities. You know, and if you don't, you're going to be ending up at the wrong place at the wrong time, which we've seen with a lot of people these days. You know, they're the wrong place, wrong time. Why? Because their energies are not aligned. The energy is chaotic. So what's happening is people are dropping like flies. Like I said, people are dropping like flies, and we're going to keep seeing it. And we're going to keep seeing divorce headlines. We're going to keep seeing all these lonely epidemics. We're going to keep seeing all these things because that's just the season we're all in, sadly. Or that we're having to witness, not in, but we're having to witness and then deal with it. Or not deal with it, but we're having to at least acknowledge it's there and then just move on, you know? So even if I've talked for 30 minutes, there's always something else I'm sure I could say to you all. But I don't want to belabor the point. But it's just the fact that, sometimes I feel like we don't accept that we are, for lack of a better term in this context, human. We're people, and we're living in a world that is very unstable, and we have to accept that we're not always going to be able to do everything and help everybody and achieve all our goals simultaneously and do everything we want to do. Sometimes you have to kind of hit the pause button, hit the break button, settle down, chill out, and get real. Focus on what you have to, what's a priority, what's a bill, what's your responsibility, and then work your way down. And that's all I've been doing, is just focusing on, okay, first things first, and then brainstorming what I could do for you all and everything else. But you got to put it into perspective. You got to just kind of like relax. When everything is happening around you and everybody's pulling you in a thousand directions, all you can do is just like relax, take a chill pill, and understand that like it's up to you to decide how you respond. It's up to you to decide how you're letting these energies affect you. So yeah, you know the message is, don't quit on yourself. Don't quit on your dreams, your goals. And yes, I'm talking to myself right now. There's a lot of things that I want in life that I want to do. And I have to just honor the fact that right now, the conditions may be harder to get that or to whatever. And I'm going to have to just keep doing my visualization, keep meditating, keep doing everything I've been doing. But just like understand that there is energetic delays in different areas and whatever. And that's just how it is. And taking it hour by hour, day by day, and just kind of going with the flow. So I hope this at least encouraged one person to just understand that, life is a lot. I don't think that people are honest. Like life is hard. Life can be very complex and hard, and you can't just like swoosh it away. Like sometimes life just does get really hard, and people have to show grace to themselves. You can't always be 1,000% happy. You can't always be 1,000% positive. And I think that's my problem that I've had with sometimes with the messaging is like, oh, just think, just be, just smile for no reason, just be a clown. And you can't always be in a great mood. You can't always be super happy. Sometimes some days are just gonna suck. Like, can I just say that? Like, yeah, some days are just gonna suck. Sometimes life is just unbearable, and you have to just like take it day by day and just keep going and just not give up on yourself. So, yeah, you all just don't give up on yourself. Put your health first. Right now, the energy is very hard. So, I would definitely just say to focus on your health. Like, that's what I'm doing, remaining calm, being as calm as I can, as peaceful as I can, no matter what's happening. Like, I'm just like calm, calm, and putting into focus, into view what I can control. That's another thing, when you're trying to control things out of your control, that's going to cause more issues. So that's one thing that people should not do during this time, especially with all these retrogrades, is don't try to put too much on your, like I said, like Captain Save the World, or Superwoman Save the World. Like, flying that kite right now, flying that cape right now, and that kite may not be the best, trying to save the world, trying to save everybody, but you can't even save yourself. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So that's kind of how my perspective is. Like, you got to save yourself first before you try to save the world. And light work and all this stuff, like, you got to save you. If you're not here and you're not healthy, you can't help anybody. That's my perspective. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's my perspective. Like, and that's why I get tired of certain rhetoric, because it's painted in a way where we're supposed to be just angelic all the time and happy all the time, and floating on air. And That's not the reality. That's actually the opposite. Like, people are going through spiritual warfare. Like, real spiritual leaders, real spiritual gurus, real like, they're going through spiritual warfare. They're not sitting on a cloud of dust bunnies, eating Skittles and gumdrops. Like, they're going through spiritual warfare right now. Like, the real ones are, including myself. Like, this is spiritual warfare. So, no, I'm not going to just like act like everything's okay when it's not. So, a little bit of a different message, but I just wanted to tell you all that, yeah, my hope for you all, regardless of how many times I can come online and talk to you all and upload for you all, my genuine hope for you all is that you find and you create, excuse me, you find and you create such a deep love for yourself that no matter what somebody does to you, no matter what somebody says about you, no matter what kind of day you have, no matter what's going on in the world, no matter how high prices go up, my hope for every single one of you is that you can instill a never ending love for yourself, a never ending grace for yourself, because that's what's going to carry us all through. By God's grace, if we're all meant to be alive in here, that's what's going to be the goal, is the love you have for yourself, the grace you give yourself, and understanding that it's okay to put yourself first. In fact, you should always put yourself first. Because like I said, if you're not intact, if everything in your life is chaos and everything is upside down, I mean, you're trying to go out and give a helping hand, you're going to fall short. So, one thing I will pride myself on before I close this video, and I'll tell you all, is like, I've never extended a hand that I did not want to extend, on and off camera, whatever, so have you. I've only done things when I feel right and when I feel good and ready and when I've known that I could to the best of my ability. I don't want to half-ass anything. So, with that said, I'm going to let you all go. I hope you all have a great day. Yeah, things could be definitely getting worse in the world. I think that that's kind of like a given at this point. But you just gotta like focus on what you can control. That's what I want to tell you all. Just focus on what you can control. Don't get too caught up in what you can't control. Don't get caught up in the comparison game and, getting angry if certain things that you wanted to accomplish, you weren't able to accomplish, or maybe the year wasn't as fun as you thought it would be, or maybe whatever it is, whatever the case may be. The goal for this month and the rest of 2022 and going to 2023 is to take care of your health. That's what I feel like to tell you all, is take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Protect your energy. When you're out in the world, you're not absorbing everybody else's BS, right? You're not absorbing every negative headline. You're just living, maybe even surviving at this point, and you're just making it work for you. So I love you all genuinely. Thank you so much again. And I'm still brainstorming. I'm still trying to figure out what I can commit and do for you all once again on this channel and other channels I want to do and other things I want to do. But I got to take it a step at a time and stop trying to like overburden myself with unnecessary ideas and projects that I can't just simply do all at the same time. I just can't. And I have to honor that. I have some new furniture coming in, and this new furniture that I have coming in is going to lead to other things I'm doing. Y'all will see in due time. But I'm working on that right now. I actually just bought a new piece of furniture over here, and I'm going to be buying more furniture and new things I'm buying, not only just for my own life, but like these are all things I use creatively and for projects and things like that. So it's all building up. Like behind the scenes, I'm doing a lot, but I just got to be honest with you all. Like it's time to be real, like this is not easy energy. It's not. And it's not a crime. And it's not a crime to take care of yourself. It's not a crime to step back from social media. It's not a crime to let go of certain things or people or obligations or even what you had in mind, to go for something new, to do something new, to be something more in due time. But you see, patience. A lot of people, including myself, we don't have patience. We get agitated. And this is not the time for that. This is not the time to be beating yourself up over every little thing. So I think I made my point very clear. 45 minutes, where? So I said a mouthful in this video. This video, I said everything. This is like the 2022 recap for me. In this video, I think I've said everything for real. How I feel of late, what's been going on in the world. So it's one step at a time, y'all. All right.